Thanks so much for tuning back in. We are live here for GoLocal Prov. And you know, I think that they say that the robin is the first sign of spring, but I beg to differ because I think that an open ice cream shop has got to be the first sign of spring. We are with Clementine's, Warren Sternberg. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. So Clementine's in East Greenwich, you guys just opened up for your season. You're giving us a nice taste of spring with your homemade ice cream.
Yes, so just opened last weekend. We are just open for the weekends right now, but then after next weekend, plan on being open 6 days a week.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We just cannot wait for that. I think that ice cream is an all year round dessert, but I know the cold weather definitely keeps us away. So we're very excited to have you guys back open and really gearing us up, giving us that taste of the warm weather.
Yeah, no, we're excited to be back, and it's good to be serving ice cream again.
Of course. So tell me a little bit about yourself, your background, and how you came to open Clementine's.
So growing up in high school and college, I worked at Brickley's Ice Cream in Narragansett,
Oh, you did?
in Wakefield. So that's where I learned how to make ice cream. Really learned kind of both the back end and the front end of the business. Graduated college, worked at a restaurant for a little bit, and then joined the corporate world. Did that for about 5 years, but always kind of in the back of my mind had ice cream, I guess, on my mind.
Ice cream on the mind.
Yeah, so me and my wife, we talked about it a ton, and it just kept coming up in conversation more and more. And finally, about 3 years ago, so November of 2016, we decided it was the right time to start looking for a spot. And May of 2017, we opened up in East Greenwich.
And you just found the perfect location right on Main Street.
Found the perfect
in East
location,
Greenwich.
yeah. So we looked in a couple different areas. We looked in Westerly and East Greenwich. Though once we started looking in spots in East Greenwich on Main Street, we just fell in love with it. And really felt like that was a spot that we could move right in and start serving a lot of ice cream.
That is awesome. Giving the town of East Greenwich some nice tasty sweets for the summertime.
Yeah, and it's a great community, a lot of great people, and they made us very welcome there.
Absolutely. Now, homemade ice cream, we all know if you've tried it, it just is that much better than just regular ice cream.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about the process that you have to go through to make homemade ice cream and what makes it so great.
Yeah, so it all starts with the cream and the butterfat percentage. So we use a very high percentage of butterfat. It's a 16% butterfat base.
So that's what makes it so creamy?
So creamy. So basically it's cream, sugar, and a little bit of milk as well. But it's a very heavy, rich base. If you made that up, it tastes kind of like frozen whipped cream. So from there we add in our different flavors. So the butterfat is the really key to starting creamy ice cream. The other key is bringing it down to temperature really quickly. So it leaves the machine. We make them in 5-gallon batches.
So you're making these in pretty small batches?
Fairly small, yeah. Making a lot of batches, but fairly small batches. So 5-gallon batches, and then it goes in a very deep freezer. So it's a -20 freezer, which takes it down to -20 very quickly. That prevents ice crystals from forming. So that's the other key of the creamy ice cream.
Definitely keeps it nice and smooth.
Yeah. And
Nobody wants those ice crystals on top.
No, absolutely not.
It's not a topping that's offered.
No.
Definitely. And all I can smell right now are these amazing waffle cones. Like it's just wafting over here.
Yeah, so we smell like waffles at all time.
You know
Yeah,
what? I wouldn't even be mad about smelling like a
No,
waffle.
it's not the worst scent. It could be worse.
So tell me about your waffle cones. You're making these in-house. The whole shop just smells delicious and it's warm and inviting and you just want to have a big waffle cone full of ice cream.
Yeah, so we make the cones, then we make the cups, which the same exact thing. We just stuff it in the cup. We make them constantly throughout the day, so they're made fresh. Yeah, fresh daily. On a busy day, we'll go through about 200 of these waffle cones, or cones and cups. So on a busy night, someone's constantly making them, and it helps the smell wafting down the street.
Oh my gosh, luring everyone in.
Yeah, definitely get some people in with the cones.
Smell of the waffle cones.
Yeah.
And it's that question you always get when you order ice cream, to a cup or a cone. And of course, you always go with the cone because you get to have it, but you're making that a little bit easier with the cup.
Yeah, and then you can do a sundae if you want a sundae. If you want to do just the cup, yeah, it works out a little easier to eat with the waffle cup.
Definitely, you still get to have that fresh waffle with the cup.
Absolutely.
Definitely. So tell me about some of the flavors that you brought with you today.
So we brought two of our newest flavors. That one's the Bailey's with chocolate-covered espresso beans. So that's a March flavor we're going to do through most of March, I believe. And that's a matcha and honey is the other one. So it's a matcha ice cream with honey drizzled throughout it.
Yum.
Yeah, so those are two.
And this is a different flavor, but I've been seeing it lately. It's becoming pretty trendy to have matcha ice cream.
Yeah, we served a lot of it last weekend. People are definitely seem to like the matcha and the different flavors too. One thing
Yeah.
we're trying to do is some different flavors this year. So
Okay.
mixing in
So what kind of
non-traditional
flavors
flavors.
can we see, or do you have any that you can tell us about?
So we may a couple ideas we're thinking of is a cereal flavor. So perhaps
Yes.
cinnamon toast crunch or Lucky
Ooh,
Charms.
we love those.
Yeah.
Makes you remember like your childhood having cereal
Yeah.
and the TV watching cartoons, but in ice cream form, which is just
Which,
awesome.
yeah, it should be good. So we'll do that at some point, perhaps a lavender flavor. We'll bring back, we did Cadbury egg ice cream last year.
Oh my gosh.
Which is just vanilla ice cream with a ton of Cadbury eggs thrown in there.
That is too funny because I was just talking about how much I love Cadbury cream eggs are my favorite candy of all times, and I was looking for Cadbury cream egg sweets.
We could not make enough of it last year, so
Wow.
we made it around Easter time, and we just couldn't make enough of it. It wasn't my idea; it was my wife's idea, so I can't take
Well, I
much credit.
appreciate your
Yeah.
wife's idea. Now, do you ever pint these? Like, can I come in and grab a bunch of your Cadbury cream egg?
Yeah,
Bring
so
it
we
home?
do hand-packed pints and quarts, and then sometimes we do pre-packed as well, but we can hand-pack any flavor of a pint or a quart.
That is good to know. So that when you
Yeah.
make the Cadbury cream egg ice cream, I can come and get a couple quarts of it and bring it home, keep it stocked in the
Yeah.
freezer.
And that's what a lot of people did. That's why we went through so
Yeah.
much of it.
I don't blame them. That's a good idea. Definitely. So tell me a little bit about this fun little treat that we have here, a little ice cream sandwich action.
Yeah, so those are new. We did do those last year, though with macaroons. We did these with sugar cookies.
macaroons.
Yeah, the macaroons were just a little delicate
Yeah,
and
they definitely are.
crumbly. So these hold up a little better.
And you can put more ice cream on a cookie
Exactly.
than you can on a little macaroon.
And that's
so.
really the key. So we're doing these with vanilla ice cream and with the Baileys with chocolate-covered espresso beans.
Oh, wow.
We'll have those through St. Patrick's Day, and we can do them to order as well if you wanted a different flavor that we don't have.
Awesome. This looks so good. Now, how many flavors do you usually keep in stock at any given time?
So we have about 30 to 32 flavors
Oh,
at any
wow.
time, yeah. So that includes yogurts. We have a couple no sugar added flavors.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah, so
Any sorbets by any chance?
we do. We have a Clementine sorbet, which is, yeah.
Of course, how very fitting.
yeah.
Now, I have to ask, where did the name Clementine come from?
So Clementine came from our chocolate lab. So we had a chocolate lab named Clementine, who unfortunately is no longer with us. Thank you. But
But
she,
lives
her
on
name
at
lives
the
on
ice
in
cream
the ice
shop.
cream shop,
Oh, that is
and
very
yeah,
special.
you can see some pictures of Clementine when you're in the shop. And she
very
was a special dog, so we decided to keep her name alive in the ice cream shop.
Absolutely, that is absolutely very special.
Yeah.
Yes. So we're all very excited for summer to come in, try all of your different flavors.
Yes.
Of course. Now, what would be your number one favorite flavor? What is your one that you go to every day?
So mine is the vanilla Heath bar.
Bar,
Yeah,
yes,
I love Heath bar candy, and I just think it's so good in the vanilla ice cream.
Yeah.
Our most popular flavor is cookie dough. So
see
yeah, cookie dough, chocolate brownie is another very popular one. So yeah, the basics are very popular because they're just
But
traditional.
When you do them right, and it's those simple ingredients that really shine through. They're properly made. They're extra creamy. It's just, and there's no shortage of filling. Like, it's nothing worse than ordering like a cookie dough
Yeah.
ice cream when there's like 2 spots of cookie dough. You know, you really want to get that chunkiness to it.
Yeah, that's the key, and we try to have in every single bite
Yes.
a morsel or something in there to
I like that. A
to
morsel
eat.
for
Yeah,
every bite.
exactly.
And now you can do sundaes as well.
Yeah, we have hot fudge, we have hot
Ooh.
caramel, strawberries. We do brownie sundaes
Brownie
as well.
sundaes.
So we get brownies from Silver Spoon Bakery, which
Oh, I
is
love Silver Spoon.
yeah.
Right down the street, so keeping it
right
nice
down
in
the
the
street.
neighborhood.
Yeah, so local brownies, they do a great job. Yeah, so it's all sundaes. We do milkshakes. We call them cabinets in Rhode Island.
Of course, we call them cabinets.
yeah.
That's what us Rhode Islanders refer to them as.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Ice cream floats, really almost anything you can think
I
of.
do love a good root beer float.
Yeah, especially on a hot summer day.
Yeah, nothing better than that.
They're good.
Awesome. Well, I'm now in the mood for a summer ice cream sundae, and it just, although there's tons of snow outside, I think I would take one.
It's almost, well, it is always ice cream weather, but it's almost going to feel like real ice cream weather.
We're
so
just counting down the days until that hot weather.
almost there.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us
Yeah,
today
thanks
and
for
bringing
having
these
us.
delicious scoops of ice cream with us. I think that the whole studio is going to smell like these waffle cups now, but I'm definitely not mad about it.
That's good.
Can you tell us one more time your hours and where we are located?
So we're on 250 Main Street in East Greenwich, Rhode Island, and right now our hours are just the weekend, 2 p.m. Through 8 on Friday, 12 through 8 Saturday and Sunday, though next week we'll start Tuesday through Sunday, during the week 2 to 8, and on the weekends 12 to 8.
Awesome. We're ready for it. We are here for ice cream season.
Almost there.
Of course. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
And don't go anywhere because we have caffeinated coffee coming right up.